Hey, folks, welcome back to the lab. Well, I got a little project here that, I thought about it, while laying in bed. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a revisit. And where is it? Well, you're looking at it, but you don't know it yet. So, here we have, this is a brass tubular. So, and I realized, when I was in bed, I'm thinking, you know what? I never did a video on this. I only took pictures of it and shared it with a Lantern group. But I never did a video on it. So this here, yeah, look at this little tiny Dietz U.S. brass tubular. Yeah. So, very cool little find. When I found it, it did not have a burner or a cone. But I just recently found, I was very, very, very lucky to find a proper burner and cone for this. So, and this also, we'll look it over here, but so, somebody had a very old bottom replacement. So, which is very cool. But also inside the manifold, this thing is heavily rotted. Now, I haven't reviewed this. I haven't looked at this in quite a while. It's been sitting up there for a while, and it sat in the shelf in my kitchen for quite a while. And you know what? What I want to do now is maybe see what I can do about that manifold. Even if I gotta, spread out JB Weld it like I'm buttering some toast. Other than that, I would have to remove that bottom to go up in there and repair that proper. And I don't want to harm that ancient bottom. But who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind as we look here. And I want to make this burn. And what I also have decided, even though this is loaded with a lot of patina, I'm gonna want to put a polish on this, because there are no dents or scratches or anything. And I think this thing will look beautiful with a shine on it, because it's even stamped brass tubular. So let's take a look here and see what we got to deal with, because I don't remember. All I did was a couple weeks ago plop this burner in there without even looking, and now I'm going to go back and revisit that manifold there and see what it is we can do about it. So let's do it. Okay. And I was very lucky to have a fellow collector furnished me with this beautiful globe. Yeah. Okay. Right. So there's a little. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh man. All right. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let me get a little clip here so I can hold this. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little clip here so that can't go back down on me. Now, okay, this looks like it's like a little clip that attaches that. Yeah, okay. Oh, cool. All right. Neat. And that appears to be brass as well. Okay. So I'm assuming there wasn't, I don't know, was there supposed to be a cone on that? Somebody cut that off? I don't know. It would make sense if that had a cone on it. I don't think I have a cone. Yeah, for that. Let's see. Let me check the parts here. I got that, but it's got that funky looking rim on it. I don't like it. I'm thinking it's supposed to have a cone. Yeah, look at that. There's another one that looks like it was hacked up, like that one. Boy, I tell you, if I had like a big flat grinding wheel, I would just grind off that lip. It's totally what I'd do. I don't have the means to do that. I mean, no, I don't think I'd be able to achieve such a thing. Not with the setup I got. I don't think. I could just keep going around and around with a Dremel. Maybe I can make that disappear. Let's think about that. All right, let me go on a little search. Oh, man. Well, while I have you here, let's take a look. So I want to show you exactly what's happening here. Yeah, let's get a little extra light in there. Yeah, so that's the neck for the filler cap right there. Oh man, that's a big hole too. That is a big hole. Ugh. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Do I want to just kind of find something that I could lay down there and then just slop a whole bunch of JB Weld it on and around it, seal it all up? Well, let me think about that while I go take a quick look around for another cone. Maybe there's one of these without a lip in something that should have the lip. So let me check my other lanterns around here and let's see what I can find. Okay, excellent. We found what we wanted. Awesome. Yeah, okay, great. So, oh, by the way, so the best tool in the world for me and my lanterns. I use this all day, every day for everything. I mean, I pick this thing up constantly. It is my favorite tool for lanterns. I mean, I like this so much, I just went and got a second one. So I have more than one around here in case I leave one on the other side of the table here, and yeah. So yeah, I got another one, and they're cheap. They're less than $6. So if you go back to my video about the tools that I use, I put a screen grab of where I got these, all my tools, well, most of my tools online. So, great tool. The best part about them is that, well, first, they'll flatten shit out for you, for one thing, and it doesn't have teeth. Yeah, great. So it doesn't put tool marks. Me and my tool marks. That's why I was getting it out, because there's a little something there I want to flatten out. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's covered. That and that. Yeah, so I really don't want to take that off of there. Man, it'll make it so much easier, though, to do this from the bottom. Well, let's see what this tells me. I can't quite tell if what I'm seeing on the bottom was a removed bottom. Oh, okay. All right, so there's another bottom underneath this one. Okay, I can see the holes. Damn. All right, I don't want to take out 2 layers of bottom to get at that. Ugh. Okay, well, I guess I'll see if I can cut out something, just something, because of the thickness of JB Weld it. Yeah, so what I'd want to do is just enough to, crudely cover these holes up, and I'll just overload it with some JB Weld it. Okay, well, I can use some relatively thin material for that. I don't need some massive thick tin or anything. Where is my... Oh, there's a leaf in there. I just saw it. Come out of there, young leaf. Okay, well, I'm going to go find some tin. But first, I want to... I think I'm going to throw... I'm going to throw something on here. I want to get a little bit of a look at this bottom here. I just want to see what's going on here. So I want to get rid of some of this noise here and take a peek. Yeah, that's such an ancient repair. I really don't want to mess with that. Judged by this green oxidation, it's probably copper. All right, let me go find, I'm going to go find some tin or something. It really does not have to be anything real thick, because our actual structure will be the JB welded. Yeah, I don't want to touch any of that. I don't want to touch the fragileness of that. I want to make sure that that fill and neck is well anchored in there too. Okay, let me go look for some thin tin. Sometimes the right answer is right under your nose. I'm gonna have me a beer. Why? So I can have the tin. Or aluminum, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Very nice. Yeah, this is Athletics zero alcohol IPA. It's really good. Delicious. Okay, so let me hack this up and we'll have some tin. Okay. All right. So we'll save this for another rainy day. What's up, buddy? Coming over? Yeah, we have a lurker here. I think he's for some reason drawn to my beer. You want to check it out? You want? Is that what you've been sniffing? Huh? Oh, I know what it is. He saw me with a freaking can. He thinks it's cat food. Spoiled little shit. Wants his freaking gourmet cat food. This is not. This isn't cat food, buddy. Thanks for thinking of me, or yourself, I mean. Yep. So he's like, yep, confirmed, not cat food. I'll go back to sleep. Oh shit. Wow, this is an interesting order of magnitude thinner without the paint and the protective coating. Okay, that's what we need right there. Theoretically. Ooh. Well, I did good. Man, for eyeballing that? Dang.
Get to the corner if I talk loud, but I don't want to do that. So, think I should leave everything like it is, Jim? Well, I'm looking at my positive peaks, the bar in the bottom, that graph bar.
Yeah, I did good, man. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Well, we got some cleaning around to do. Now I got to get this out of here. Okay, so I want to do some. Boy, I want to do some cleaning in there, but I got to be real careful. All right, let me clean up my mess here. Hold on. All right, you know what I need, man? I need some of those like magnifying glasses that you put on with like a little light in them and stuff, for working on jewelry and shit. That's what I need, man. I'm just all I do is get my my reader glasses and double up on them. I mean, that's effective, but I like something I can keep on my head. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now we're putting I am putting a fresh pointy bit on here, and I really want to be careful because I don't want to rip out hunks of this base that we're going to be sitting our little. See, like that. This little piece just came off. Boy, I wonder if I have a pointy bit that's like nylon or something, not necessarily metal. I don't think so. Well, there's a nylon junk bit, nylon wheel. Okay, I'm thinking out loud that I don't want to do some undoable damage. In fact, I may want to go with a junk bit that's already used, because these this fresh broom bit here could catch on something. This is rounded off, less likely to catch. This is barely used, this one. Okay. Let's try to do a little. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to try this extended one that's a little broken. This, however, wobbles ever so slightly, but I gotta do some cleaning in there so we have something for JB Weld to stick to. Oh no! son of a bitch. I made another big hole. Oh, man. All right. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to need a whole other hunk now. Yeah, that is paper thin.
So, yeah, I'll look like this and I'll take a picture.
Son of a gun. Okay.
Picture this and,
yeah, I realized I didn't need tin strips. This stuff's so thin, I didn't need tin strips. I could just use regular old, yeah. Okay, I am happy with that. So I think what I want to do is make up a big batch of JB Weld it, and then I want to put some down in there for as kind of a glue to hold these down because this is such flappy aluminum, not perfectly flat in there, sitting on a not perfectly flat surface. Yeah, so I'll make some batch of JB Weld it, and I got plenty of it, so I not want it to be sparing on it. So again, I'll give you another look at here what I'm dealing with in here. So that's the new hole I just generated. Right there, just by touching it, it fell in. So I made a little patch for that, which is this piece right here. And I made one that goes around that little filler neck. So these kind of flap around on top of those holes. So I want to kind of put some JB Welded around some of the spots. Blop it on there just so it has something to adhere to it. Kind of like, you know, peanut butter in a sandwich. That's my second sandwich analogy of this video. Yeah, I'm a chef. Leave me alone. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Yeah. I'm ready to dig in at this. So we'll get that. We'll get that.
a day at a time, man.
Yeah.
A day at a time, yeah. Anyway,
That'll get us to where we want to be. Well, that's where I'll be happy with it. Like I said, that's a beautiful old repair. And there's also another layer inside, and I don't want to mess with that either. That's, you know, so that's why I'm doing it this way. There's nothing to solder to, nothing left. All right. Okay. And once again, let me clean things up here and assemble some JB Weld it. And I got to discern whether I want to thin it out a little bit to spread it out. I may have to kind of get it in there. I'll be spreading it around. And it's going to be hard to keep it from getting all over shit here, but... Alright, hold on a minute. Alright, so we're going to have that out of the way. Okay. Oh, the old trick from elementary school, cutting out circles in the middle of something. How did I do? Okay, yeah.
She's smart. But man, I just can't believe some of the vitriolic stuff I've seen in the press and social media here. People,
I've had a lot of procedures done lately at doctors' offices, and this is my inspiration for how to kind of keep things from getting messy.
I guess I'm gonna get out here. Quit old buzzarding here. I hypnotize myself. Thank you, Bob. 73 for now. I'll listen out for your final and
Okay.
good luck with your. Good luck with that.
Even though I'm going to be polishing this brass and everything, I still want to.
Here's K and 4 back.
Okay. Now, yeah, I want to keep it away from that filler neck too, darn it. Because JB Weld it, man, it dries solid. You get it on something, it'll be a real pain to get it off. So, I've always been notorious for making too much JB Weld it. But we might need a good amount here. Maybe not. You know, think about enough icing to coat a cupcake. I don't like a lot of icing. How about you? Leave a comment. All right. Oh, good. Yeah, I hadn't started this one out yet. So we have plenty. Speaking of cupcakes, yeah. Now I want to make sure that I make enough, and the reason is, if I have to make more, then it's kind of a fight for time. And also, you know, I may not get the mixture exactly the same as this one. So you really just go half and half. Okay. So I have these tongue depressors. Maybe this may be our. I may need to thin this out a little bit, the acetone, so it'll spread a little easier. Okay. Well, man, I'd really like to get this thing closer to my face. Like that. Okay, and I got my headlamp. Okay, good. Good. Now, I'm going to try to put you on here. So, and if you end up missing stuff, I do apologize, but I can't be looking at the screen while I'm doing this. So, that's why I'm... All right. Now, I'm going to put... Oh, man. It's going to be so hard to keep it off this filler. This... Oh, man. Got to think of another way. Okay, good. I'll be able to get it off this thing if I have to. So, like I said, right now I'm laying down some glue. You know what I mean? It quickly took me time to do what I didn't want to do. But luckily this stuff does not set super duper fast. All right, you're in. Now we need to get some large quantities of this around edges and everything. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, I think we're done. I think we're done with that. Now we got to do some cleanup. Get some acetone. I got some all over these, and like I said, this shit dries hard, man. It's hard to get off. Okay. So now I clean things up, and once I get it cleaned up, I'll show you what I did in there. Okay. So, where's my other phone here? And I'll show you. Excuse me. Okay, so let me get the light in here. Jesus. It's the worst pen light ever, man. And it wasn't cheap. Man, I need a nice pen light. All right, so as you can see, I try to go all the way out to the edge, but you know, when you have dirty, rusty, it's hard to get stuff to stick to the hard rusties. Like in that corner there, I would just keep pulling away. But all our covers, all our holes are covered with our plate of aluminum, and all the spot that the aluminum wasn't covering, I still covered it in a big old coat of JB Weld it to enforce this filler neck here, because that could, meet some undue pressures and things. All right, I'm hoping that'll be enough for us, and I'll still seal the tank with seal all, just to be safe, and I could turn the tank upside down and make sure that we make sure that everything's cool there. Okay. And sometimes these plates were popping back up, and how can I hold that down while that dries? I wonder. Maybe I'll just periodically stick around here, and as it thickens up, I can push it back down. Yeah. That's the squishiness of that. That's where the big hole is where that's squishy. That's why I want to make sure that I get that all the way to the back there. I think, and me, I want to poke in there some more, but I'm just not. I think what I could do is I'll just, what I can do? I'll just go back in there and get in the corners once this very delicate membrane is solidified, and then I'll go back in there. Maybe I'll go back in there and add more. That's a smart idea. Just don't touch it anymore, Brad. Don't touch it. All right, we're going to leave it like that. And we're going to let this dry. Give it a good old time to dry. Maybe, let's see, what time we got? Okay, yeah. Probably won't get back to this tonight. We're going to give this an overnight to solidify. I'll put it in a warm place. Tomorrow I'll assess whether I want to add more. And then maybe we'll seal the tank, or maybe we'll play with putting a polish on this thing before we do that. I like the playing part. I could actually work on the burner and the glow plate while this does its thing. Maybe we'll do that. That's a good idea. Okay, so my applicator here was this screwdriver, so we'll get the acetone on there, get that shit off. No flames around here. No, I'm not going to burn nothing down. I did set fire to myself in one of the past videos, just last week. And it was acetone nearby, and stupid me, here I am trying to solder stuff, and whoosh! Yeah. Okay. There. Okay, so let's clean up here while I still keep an eye on what's happening to that plate in there. Make sure that things aren't popping up. Make sure that there is nothing where it shouldn't be, and I think we're all good. Yeah, like I said, if I want to add more, boy, that was a pain to get it in there. I got some on the roof of the manifold, but that's fine. We've done nothing to inhibit the airflow of the air tubes or anything, so. Cool. Step one is complete. So we're basically replacing the top of the fount with JB Weld it. And I'm cool with that because stuff dries hard, man. So this is going to be good. And there's a couple of like stalactites in there, which is good. That's adding structure because they are connecting top and the bottom. Is it a stalactite or a stalagmite? Are they still called that if they are connected at the top and the bottom? What are they called? Leave a comment. See? Brad, don't fucking touch it, you idiot. Man. What a dummy. I can't help it. I can't help it. I need somebody with a hand just go smack. Okay. So, yeah, we're done kneading. JB Weld it. Look at that, man. I think I made just the right amount. That was first time for everything. Okay. For now, I'll put this up on top of the shortwave here, which sounds like everybody, all the guys went to eat dinner. But it's nice and warm on top of the tube radio, so I'll put this up there. Nice warm surface. And now we can play with this stuff. Alright, well, this is vinegar. Let's see if this helps me cut through some of this tarnish here. Now I know the purists, some of the purists out there are not liking the idea of me getting rid of all this natural patina, and I completely understand why that some people may not like this, but it's the feeling I'm getting with it. It's a feeling that it wants this to be done to it. So that's why we're doing it. It looks looking like a sad puppy. I think it's needed an update. Getting a new leash on life now. Okay, yeah, that's getting through some of it. I'm going to go over to the polishing wheel. And that's the reason I went over it with the wheel, the wire wheel, and with a nylon bit. Lots of oxidation down here. Okay. Well, good thing about vinegar, it leaves my little paintbrush here clean. All right, so I'm going to go over to the polishing wheel and work on these. And it smells like a salad bar in here. And okay, I'll be right back with these two objects all cleaned up. All right, looking good. This needs a little refining. Let me see if I have a polishing one that's chewed up, but still has some life in it. There, there's one. Okay, well, we'll start with this and see how much meat is left on this one. I can't get in these corners or anything. And like I said, man, well, I've said this in past videos, but these holes will shred your bits. You know, if you have something that's not a metal bit, especially the bottom. So like where you could feel it because of the stamping leaves a little bit of a ridge here. That's almost like, it's almost like a cheese grater. You know what I mean? Here's smooth. Those are the kind of, yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. All right. Okay, so I'm checking in on this about an hour after that thing's done. Does not appear that anything popped up. No, we're good. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So, yeah, here we have these parts. Here, I can't wait, man. Can't wait to have this matching that. Yep. This poor thing had been over here on this shelf and, you know, in shelves around the house. Just looking real sad and lonely sitting there. So that's what she deserves, a makeover. So, yeah. It's what she wanted, not me. And this is a little match hole for lighting it. Very cool. All right. And I put a good globs around that filler neck too, down inside there, so. Oh, I could work on this cap. One more thing to do before I go and let this continue to dry. All right. Let's clean up this cap. And I hope it doesn't go flying and then disappear forever here in the lab, because that would just be the total irony of doing all this job and then that disappearing. Okay, let's work on this cap. And then we're done for the night, I think. All right. Interesting. It's got a little punch in the bottom like that. Can't tell. Is that just from the stamping, or is there something written on there?
And I'm just trying out this max audio processor. And, you know, giving me a little bit problem.
Oh, okay. That's just from stamping it out. All right. So,
Just trying it out.
neat.
You know, you can always.
Okay. Interesting little. Looks like somebody hit with a hammer in the middle there. Maybe that's just how it popped out of its die. Can't get in them corners. Bugging me. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Just one little tiny corner. If it bugs me later, then I'll work on it. But I can't get in there with it. Oh, maybe something wooden. I don't know. I think we'll be all right. I think I'll survive with that little tiny bit. Right. Okay. That's good. Good. We did good. This, and here. And I think we successfully did some repairs to the brass tubular. I'm going to put these over here in the safe zone. All right. Time to go make some food. Excellent. I'm glad that that thing spoke to me in my sleep. The brass tubular. I'll have to come up with a name for it. I'll think that over. I've enjoyed working on some little brass things. There's something I worked on. The video probably would have just come out not long before this one, so if you want to go look in the videos. But this is a carbide miner's helmet lamp. Isn't that cool? Yeah, neat. Okay, so that's it. We'll continue when that stuff's all dry, and then we'll take it to the next step, which will be getting all that tarnish off there. That's going to be a bear. It's going to be a bear, but I'm going to enjoy it. And can't wait to put it back in its spot there with a nice polish on it. Okay, me, Supervisor Baby, will be here when the time comes. All right, we'll be back.
Yeah, all right, it is the next day, and this is rock solid, man. Rock solid. Everything is nice and strong. Awesome. I was thinking I'd have to plop some more in there, but I think I plopped enough. I did put a good amount in there. So we pretty much, remanufactured the top of that pump out of JB Weld. Awesome. And this is well anchored too. The fill cap cylinder in there. Got a good grab on it. Awesome. Well, that's a little help from a beer can to get it started. Nice. I was thinking of maybe, sealing the tank. I don't think I'm going to need to. And I kind of want to try it without it. So we'll see. There's a little rust coming out there. This is brass, so that's iron oxidation there. All right, so I'm going to start cleaning on this thing. Start getting through these layers of tarnish ever so slowly. Just, you know, because that's how I do things. Layer by layer. Got Supervised Baby. He kind of, he got out of his post and he's going to hang out closer. You can see here, by the way, just how small this tubular is. Compared to a 175 by hand. All right, so I'm gonna start working and seeing what we're gonna deal with there. There's a lot of dirt on here too, so let's start playing, getting rid of some of this build up. Yeah, I want to see what's going on here. This is a 400 grit, so I'm gonna go down and take a look here. What's going on? All right. Whew, man, that has got some shit. Let me see what the let's see what the vinegar does real quick. Kind of help us get through things here. Not a lot. Doesn't reveal a lot, but I think I can actually put this on a bench grinder. Get through some of this. Like I said, folks, kind of came to me in a dream that this thing wanted a polishing. So for those that like the patina of brass, I do as well. But today, I don't. I can see the beauty hiding underneath this here. So I'm going for it. Going for it. Okay. I feel like I'm putting oil on it. It's just vinegar. All right. So I'm gonna try a little area of this on the bench grinder and see. Because all I did was get through just a little tiny layer of the heavy oxidation. And I went through 2 400 grit bits, so I want to see if that'll spare me a handful of bits. So let me go over there and try that. That looks so fake right now. That looks like faked patina, like rubbed on shoe polish on nice shiny brass. That's what it looks like. Somebody like fake aging. Yeah. Okay. Let me go try that for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, that helped a little bit. Now I just kind of want to see what the vinegar brings out. Yeah, man, this stuff's on there. This is going to be some work. Yes, indeed. You know, it really worked well on something else I was working at. This was salt and vinegar with 4-0 steel wool. Okay, well that's not. That's showing us a little something. Showing us a little something. Revealing a little bit. All right, I'm gonna try the 800 or the 400 grit again after we got as much of that off. I didn't want to put any. We're putting very light pressure on the bench grinder wheel because this is a soft metal. Oh, look at this! Look at that! It's kind of wiping shit out. All right. All right, I see what's going on there. Let me try applying vinegar with a rag. I'm assuming that the added salt is for an abrasive. Oh, that's why that works nicely. Okay. Yeah, see? Learned something. There was just brushing it on, just waiting to see just a chemical reaction. Here, we're you know, I don't know what we're doing. I'm assuming we're removing tarnish. Okay, yeah, all right. Starting to see some things. Cool thing about something this small, it's pretty quick to kind of, you know, clean it off, but good thing we got a lot of cleaning to do on this thing. Okay, yeah, next stage. All right, let's try. Now we'll try a fresh 400. Many layers. Many layers. All right, here we go. We're gonna try another fresh 400 grit nylon. what I'm gonna do now. First, I want to go test a little spot on the polisher. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to make some paste. We're gonna do equal parts of salt, vinegar, and flour. And we'll kind of put it on there and we'll throw it in a bag and leave it for an hour or two. See what that does. But I want to put a little bit on the polish here, and I just want to see, just because I'm going to go have my breakfast and things. I came straight in here out of bed, because I wanted to dig in. Like I said, came to me in a dream, and I want this to be a pretty again. It wants to be pretty again, yes. And we're taking steps to do that. All right, let me go try a little bit on the polisher here. I'll be right back. Yeah. Look at that. All right. That's a start, man. Yeah. So this is not like a super duper brass instrument, flat brass. So this does have a texture to it. I'm assuming they didn't mean it to be, you know, like the polished look. I mean this. So there's a difference there. You can see in the textures of the brass itself from the, I'm assuming, from manufacturing. Interesting. Interesting.
Good morning. Trying to exercise my voice here, trying to get back to normal.
I don't know if this replacement bottom is brass or not. But it had green oxidation on it, so I'm gonna just I want to take a look for a second here. Get up an extra layer. Ah, well, let's see what the paste says, man. I can't. It's reflecting like it's copper. But I don't know. Well, I'm gonna go try that paste out because I'm gonna have to get at this with little tiny hand tools, and I'll be wearing them out. I want to see if I can get through some of this oxidation, save me some bits. So yeah, maybe I'll do that while I'm making my breakfast. Look at that, man. Yeah. I'm excited. Very cool. All right, I'll be back, to do the next thing here. All right. Okay, here we have the salt, vinegar, and flour paste is applied, and I'm going to close it up in this bag and leave it there for a while. Yeah. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Okay. Next step. Yeah, interesting. You can see. Look at that. Look, it's blue. Bluish, greenish. I'm a jade looking kind of thing generated. And you can see where, like, that blue is not showing up where I had polished it, but it's showing it up on the inside of the air tube there where I had not been able to access it to polish it just yet. So, hopefully this is helping us out. We'll leave it in there a little more. All right, so I opened the bag up and I'm like, oh, bummer. It looks like it didn't do anything with the inside of the air tubes, but watch, when I rub, that's all coming off. Yeah, all right, let's rinse this baby up. Okay, well, I'm gonna need two hands to do this, so I'm gonna get a light brush, get a toothbrush, and get all this shit off here. And we'll look at it in the lab. Interesting. Huh? Interesting shit. First time I've really attacked real heavy brass tarnish like this. Yeah, coming right off. Man, I could have saved myself some work. Should have started with that. Yeah, now I know. But see, learning by doing, man. Learning by doing. All right, I'll see you in the lab. All right, so Here we pardon me. Excuse me. Come on, go. Come on now. Flames up here. Bad for cats. Bad for whiskers. Okay. Yeah, I cleaned up real nice. So I did it with a dish brush. And then I got some of the putty and steel wool and went over it just to get the big chunks. So this is where we're at. I think I'm going to go back over to the bench grinder now. It's interesting, kind of give it a very coppery looking, see that? Very coppery looking color. Yeah, that worked really well. The paste thing, I don't know why. I mean, that's like, that goes back to before my time. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Should have done that from the beginning. Damn, I wasted a number of bits just trying to break through all this shit. Hey, excuse me? Dude, really? Yeah. So I've been away all day and the power went off, so none of my heaters were working. So it's cold in here, and I think he's trying to get underneath all these lights. These lights are warm. Good. That saves my fingers when it's really cold here in the lab. Yeah. So a little warm from the light. All right. So let me go back over to the bench grinder and to the polishing wheel. Let me rephrase. Yeah. Polishing wheel. And let's see how things look then. All right, I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, look at that. Still, wow. I mean, I went to town. I don't even know what the deal is with that, but it's solid. Solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. And now that there's a polish on here, I'm just seeing just minor little dents around. There's just a couple. This thing's in such great shape. So now we're gonna go to some cloth wheels. Yes. We'll see how many of these we're gonna need to touch this thing up. Once these get started, they do pretty well. These things last pretty well, as long as you're not polishing something with a whole bunch of holes like this. Like I said, this will shred stuff. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna put one of these babies on there. There's still some globs of the of this on there, and that happens. So when you have your buffing wheel and you freshly put this on, it's gonna cake up in some spots, like right there. That's good. That's all right. We'll heat it up, and it'll become part of the polish for us here. And this is going to throw little orange hairs all over the place until it kind of gets broken in. So this table is going to be covered in orange hairs by the time we're done here. All right, so we're going to have this, and I got Brasso too, but Brasso is a liquid, and that would just go flying around everywhere if I dip this in it. All right, so let's play around and get at all the shit that we couldn't get over there. How am I going to get the seams? I wonder if that'll get in the seams. We'll see. We'll see. All right, here we go. Okay, so yeah, all kinds of, like I said, those little orange hairs are everywhere. You should see what it looks like off camera here. Oh man, what a mess. It's okay. That's why I do it in here and not at the rest of the house. This is the lab where it gets dirty. Yeah, yeah. So that's shredded nylon bit, shredded buffing bit. Yeah, yeah. You get the idea. All right. Wow. So here we are. Really not anything more I can do here. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now I feel like it's mine. I think we're gonna fire it up, man. And I checked this out when I was rinsing it out. I put some water in it. It does not seem to be leaking, so we're gonna throw some kerosene in there. Oh man, this is gonna look so nice. So cool. Okay, so I'm gonna find a nice vintage wick. Plop in here. That one's pretty rotted too. Okay. I should throw these out. But these are good for, you know, display as well. Man, I am getting low. Oh, I'm just doing so many lanterns. That's my problem. That's rotted. Okay, so it looks like just that little wick channel in there was just a little chewed up. Oh yeah, let's do the kerosene thing first. I don't want to get it all assembled and then have to take it all apart. So, got our parts there. A wick grabber. All right. Oh, there is a very slight weep. Okay, well, we're gonna light her up. And then I'll take the fluid out and then I'll seal the tank. I'd hate to have to postpone this video for that. Okay, very cool. All right. I'm excited to finally see this relic get fired up. Yeah, okay, this doesn't go there. Oh, I get it now. There's a little thing back here. Yeah, okay, it's got a little thing where that hinge holds that place, but like the match, the place where you put the match in is in the back. It's unusual, but you want that to lean forward here so you can take the globe out. All right, little small leak, no big deal. But
course, we will seal it all up once we're done here. Man, this thing's pretty, man. That thing is pretty. Okay. Let me go give this a quick washing while that wick does its wicking. It's moldy. All right. Let me go wash this up. Hold on a minute. Wow. What a pretty thing. What a pretty lantern, man. Very cool. Now we get to light it up. Now I get to see. Okay, we have kerosene to the wick. Now we're gonna light her up. Yeah, so the match hole, yeah, on the other side. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Let's light her up. With just the light of Supervisor Baby sitting there. Yeah, temperamental thing. It might be that. That wick might be old and crusty. Okay. Well, Supervisor Baby, still looking good there, man. Good there, buddy. Well, we're gonna turn you off for now. There we have it, folks. Very cool. So shiny I can see myself. Hello. Well, I'm happy. A lot of work. I'm having a lot of work just to get that tarnish off there, but I really wanted to. She really wanted a tarnish off of her. So that's why we're here like this right now. All right, folks. Well, what a fun project. And she'll be going back in her spot right there. Maybe she'll hang out here and, take over for him for a couple of videos. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If I can get that, I'm going to cut that wick a little different after we seal it up. So that's what I'm going to do right now. But, folks, very cool, man. A Dietz lift wire US brass tubular. That's what we got here. Awesome. Tiny little thing too, man. Look at that. Pretty cool. All right, folks. Well, by the way, so this is my smallest hot blast that I have. Little thingy. Folks, that's gonna do it for me. This was great. Well, I'm glad I did it. I am glad I did it. And folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab. And as usual, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.